Everything comes to him who hustles while he waits, Thomas Edison once said. But is the hustling all it takes? Is the progress always deliberate? Sometimes genius arrives not by choice but by chance. Below are our top 10 favorite accidental inventions. So let's get on to the video right now. Microwave. Percy L. Spencer. Percy Spencer, an engineer at Raytheon, after his WWI World War I stint in Navy, was known as electronics genius. In 1945, Spencer was fielding with a microwave emitting magnetron used in guts of radio arrays. When he felt a strange sensation in pants, a sizzling, even Spencer paused and found out that a chocolate bar in his pocket started to melt. Figuring that the microwave radiation of the magnetron to blame or to credit it would turn out, Spencer immediately set out to realize that the culinary potential at work. The end result was the microwave oven, the savior of eager snacks and single dudes worldwide. Number 2. Sargent Ira Ramsey. In 1897, Ira Ramsey and Kostanin, at work in laboratory of the John Hopkins University, paused to eat with Konstantin had neglected to wash his hands before the meal, which usually leads to quick death for most chemists, but led to notice an odd sweet flavor during his meal, artificial sweetener. The duo published their findings together, but it was only Konstantin's name made it into the patent, now found in pink packets at table everywhere. That is say that Ramsey got screwed. He later remarked that Fableg is the scoundrel. It now sets me to hear my name mentioned in the same breath with him. Number 3 is Slinky, Richard James. In 1943, Navy engineer Richard James was trying to figure out how to use springs to keep sensitive instruments aboard ships from rocking themselves to death when he knocked one of his prototypes over. Instead of crashing to the floor, it gracefully sprang downward and then righted itself. So pointless, so nimble, so slinky, the spring became goofy toy of many childhoods. Before it, every kid inevitably gets their all pissed up and ruins it. It is sold 300 million worldwide. Number 4. PlayDoh. Before being found ground into the rugs of children rearing homes everywhere, PlayDoh was ironically created to be a cleaning product. The paste was first marketed as treatment for filthy wallpaper before the company began to go down the tubes. The discovery saved Kotal Products head for bankruptcy. Was it all their cleaner worked particularly well? But the school children beginning to use it create Christmas ornaments as arts and crafts projects by removing the compound's cleanser and adding colors on fresh scent. Kotal spun their wallpaper saver into one of the most iconic toys of all time, brought a mega success to the company, headed for destruction sometimes. You don't even know how brilliant you are until someone notices you. Number 5. Superglue, Harry Coover. In what have been very messy moment of the discovery in 1942, Dr. Harry Coover of Eastman Kodak Laboratories found a substance where he created cyanoacrylate was a miserable failure. It was not, to his dismay, all suited for a new precision gun sight as he hoped. It invariably stuck to everything it touched. It was forgotten. 6 years later, while overseeing an experiment new design for an airplane canopies, Coover found himself stuck in some gooey mess with familiar foe. This product was proving useless as ever, but this time Coover observed that the staff formed an incredibly strong bond with needing heat. Coover and his team tinkered with sticking various objects in their lab together and realized that they had finally stumbled upon for use from the maddening goop. Coover slapped a patent on his discovery, and in 1958, a full 16 years after he got his first stock, this product was sold on shelves. 6 is telephone. The next time you make a frustration for free omelette, thank chemist Roy Plunkett, who experienced immense frustration while indirectly inventing telephone in 1938. Plunkett had hoped to create a new variety of chlorofluorocarbons, better known as universally despised CFCs. When he came back to check on his experiment in the refrigerator chamber, when he inspected a canister that's supposed to be full of gas, he found it appeared to have vanished, leaving behind only a few white flakes. Plunkett was intrigued by mysterious chemical bits and began at once to experiment their white flakes. Plunkett was again intrigued by these mystery chemical bits. The new substance was again proved to be a fantastic lubricant and extremely high melting point, perfect at first military gear, and now stuff found linely applied across the non-stick cookware. Number 7. Backlight. Leo Backlight. In 1907, shellac was commonly used to insulate the innards of early electronics, things like radios and telephones. This was fine, aside from the fact that shellac is made from Asian beetle poop. Not exactly the cheapest or the easiest way to insulate a wire, or what Belgian chemist Leo Backlight found instead was, get ready, polyox benzyl methyl lengylo alcohol hydride, the world's first synthetic plastic, which I don't even know how to pronounce, commonly known as Backlight. This pioneering plastic was moldable into virtually any shape, in any color, and could hold it from against high temperatures and daily wearing, making it a star among the manufacturers and industrial designers. Number 8. Pacemaker. An assistant professor at the University of Buffalo thought he had ruined his project. Instead of picking a 10,000 ohm resistor out of a box to use it as a heart reading prototype, Wilson Gredmatch took 1 megaohm variety, resulting the circuit produced a signal that sounded for 1.8 milliseconds and then paused for a second, a dead ringer for a human heart. Gredmatch realized the precise current and could regulate a pulse, overriding the imperfect heartbeat of the ill. Before this point, pacemakers were television-sized cucumbers. Some things were temporarily attached to the patients from the outside, but now the effect could be achieved by a small circuit perfect to tuck into someone's chest. 9. Velcro. George de Mestral. A dog invented Velcro. Alright, that's something of exaggeration, but the dog did play an instrumental role. Switch engineer George was out for a hunting trip with his pooch, the dog's name, and noticed the annoying tendency of burrs to stick at its furs. Later, looking under a microscope, Mestral observed the tiny hooks that struck burrs to fabrics and furs. Mestral experimented for years of a variety of textiles before arriving the newly invented nylon, though it wasn't until 2 decades later that NASA's fondness for Velcro popularized its tech. And the last one is Xrays. Wilhelm Röntgen. Okay, yes, X-rays are a phenomenon of natural world, thus can't be created, but the story of their discovery is fantastic, is fascinating, one of incredible chance. In 1895, German physicist was performing a routine experiment involving cathode rays when he noticed a piece of fluorescent cardboard was lighting up from across the room. A thick screen had been placed between his cathode emitter and radiated cardboard, proving that the particles of the light were passing through solid objects. Amazed, Roten quickly found that the brilliant things image could be produced with his incredible radiation, for the first kind of being the skeletal image of his wife's hand. So hey guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you don't forget to hit the like button, and for more videos, don't forget to subscribe to Curious Minds. And if you have any ideas or topics, please suggest in the comment box. Until good video, this is Curious Minds signing off. Bye.